Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to do the detailed camera review of the Samsung Galaxy J7. So the J7 has the same camera as that of the J5. This is again a 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash with f1.9 aperture, and then you also have a front facing camera. This is again a 5 megapixel unit with a front facing flash. So this is basically a selfie focused smartphone with a pretty good camera, and it's very similar to the J5. Now in this review, let's have a look at the interface, how good the photos have come with this device. So the difference between the J5 and the J7 is the processor that has a Snapdragon 410 quad core chipset. Here we have a Exynos octa-core chipset from Samsung. So that's the difference. So we'll also analyze whether the difference in processor makes a difference to the photo samples, and also how good it has come. So now let's open the camera interface. So you can see the interface is exactly similar to what we saw on the J5. We have a few set of options. First is you can minimize the options here. Then you have the FX, you can grayscale, sepia and negative are the effects included. And then you have this option to turn off or on the timer, the option to enable or disable flash. Then finally you have the camera settings. You can select the picture quality. It can be from 13 megapixel, it can go down to 2.4 megapixel, and then full HD video recording is supported along with an HD and QVGA also supported. Then you have the grid lines, location tags, review pictures, and then quick launch and other options are included. Again very similar, no big change here. On the right side you have this option to view the gallery, the option to record videos. So as soon as I press the record button, the recording of the video starts, and then you have this option to capture photos. So you can see here it's a pretty fast interface, and does the job pretty well. Now at the bottom you have the option to switch to front facing camera, that we'll talk about later. Now finally we have the modes. So this is the auto mode we are right now using. Then you have the pro mode. Again this allows you to have manual control over the white balance, ISO, and the exposure, so you can change it from here. So that's the option. Then if you go back, you have the panorama, continuous shot, beauty phase, sound and shot, sports mode, and the HDR, that's the rich tone capture. So these are the options. It's self-explanatory, so we are not going to detail of these options. So that's pretty much very similar to the J5. Now talking about the ability to take photos, if you go and take close-up shots, you can see that there is still an issue with autofocus. So at times you can see the autofocus doesn't work really well, and once you have kept the focus ready and when you hit the capture button, there are chances that the focus might go off. So there is still an issue with autofocus, just like the J5. But overall we would say the interface is well featured. It does have lots of options you would expect on a mid-range phone. So overall you won't be disappointed with the amount of features included in the camera. It's a well featured camera. Now let's go to the camera samples. So first up, let's see the daylight shots taken with this device. So as you can see from the daylight shots, they come pretty good. The color quality looks pretty good. Even the overall clarity of the photos looks pretty decent for a mid-range phone, and we can say that it's slightly better in terms of the color quality than the J5. The processing on the J7 is slightly better, we would say, than the J5. J5 did have an issue with colors. It was not really really vivid, or it was not really colorful photos, but with J7 the colors have come much better, and it looks pretty good. But again there is lack of consistency here as well. The photos doesn't look really consistent in almost all shots. At times the colors do look washed out in some of the photos. That's where we said the consistency levels are not really good. And again when you focus close-up objects, the issue with the autofocusing, you can see some of the photos have gone blurred. So that's again there. But overall we would say this camera is pretty good in terms of the overall clarity, and the photos have come pretty good. But then we cannot really say this is the best camera in this mid-range category, but it's definitely one good above average camera with the daylight shots. So that was the daylight shots. Now moving on to the low light images. So here again the low light images have come pretty well, we would say. The amount of detailing in the low light photos is pretty good. With a decent amount of lighting, the photos have come pretty well. You can see some of the outdoor shots taken, but although there is noise, you can say that for a mid-range phone this is pretty decent low light performance, and there is decent amount of clarity as well, although noise do creep into the photos. So the daylight photos have also come pretty well, and even with flash the photos do have decent clarity. You can see some of the photos taken with flash, they have come pretty well. So overall in the low light and with flash, the photo performance looks pretty decent, although again not really the best in this category, but still a very much acceptable quality for a mid-range phone. Now let's move on to the video recording abilities. So here is the sample video taken with this device, and it has come pretty well. You can see the colors look pretty much better than the Samsung Galaxy J5, which also had the same camera, only the processor is different. So overall the video recording capabilities of this device is pretty decent, and we would say it's a good device to record videos, and you can get definitely some good videos taken with this device. So that was the video recording abilities of this device. Now moving on to the front facing camera. So this has a 5 megapixel front facing camera. So and this also has a flash. So you can see this is the flash unit, and this is the front facing camera. This is a selfie focused phone, so just like the J5, it also has this flash, and the performance looks pretty good with the front facing flash as well. So if you open the front cam, you can see this is the front cam, and you can see again a lot of options are included even for the front cam as well. So you can see the beauty mode is there, then you also have FX included, and then you can also choose the mode. Wide selfie is there, interval shot is there, sound and shot. So if you're taking a wide selfie, you get a much more bigger angle for selfies, so that's the wide selfie option. So all in all the selfie experience is pretty good. Now here are some of the shots taken with this front facing camera, and you can see the shots are come pretty well. The colors look pretty much spot on, and also if you see the flashlight, we have taken a few shots with the flashlight, and it has come pretty well as well. So all in all the front facing camera is pretty good in terms of the selfie experience, and overall we would say this is a decent performer in the mid-range category in terms of the camera experience. So the 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and the 5 megapixel camera with again LED flash works pretty well on the Samsung Galaxy J7. So that was the camera review of the Samsung Galaxy J7. So all in all we would say this is a pretty decent performing camera in the mid-range segment. So that's all guys. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit this like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.